So when that's done, let's just get back here and refresh. That's looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna get back here to the admin section and I'm gonna refresh. Now what do you notice? We've got all these other fields: organic, one, blah blah blah, 100 days, and manufactured. I'm just gonna say today, and I'm gonna go ahead and save out this. Okay, so that's pretty much what we want. Now we need to go ahead and change up all that in the product detail. So in the product detail, I'm gonna look for the manufacturer thing. Where are they? This is it over here, organic. So I'm just gonna say p dot type. So if I remove that firstly, and let me just come over here and say hello, so you guys will see that it's actually showing up. So I said hello over there, right? Now if I get back here and refresh, what do you notice? Hello is showing up, but I don't want to show up hello, rather I want to show up the the type of the product. So I'm just gonna say p dot type. So behold, the organic that's gonna show up again. Okay, so now we have organic again, and that's coming from the database. Now for this one is for the manufactured, right? Now we ain't gonna see this date any longer, but we're gonna see my own date, and that's gonna be p.mfd, which is what we call it in the database. That we should see a long ugly date. Okay, this is showing none. That's because this product fresh pear doesn't have any manufacturer date. So I'm gonna look for Mr. Fresh Pear, and I'm gonna add in a couple of things for Mr. Fresh Pear, like the manufacturer date, and I'm gonna go ahead and save. So now if we get back here and refresh this, now we should see a long ugly date, which we don't need. So I'm going to go ahead and refactor this date. I'm going to just filter it by date, month, and year. Okay, so I don't want to show the time, I just want to show the date, month, and year. Okay, 18th October 2022, that's when it was manufactured. And how many days does it have to leave? I'm just going to say p.life, and let's see what we've got over there. So we've got 100 days. That's cool. Now for the school, remember I've got a school in my database. I'm just gonna say p.school, and we should refresh this, and we should see a good looking school. That's it over there. Now for the tags. Now this is why I said I'm gonna start working with tags in the next videos, and I'm gonna be showing you guys how that works, and everything's gonna be really amazing. And for the stock, now for the stock, I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna say p.stock count. That's what I called it, right? Stock underscore count. And if I just refresh this, now we should see 10 items in stock. So I think that's pretty much it. Now let's go ahead and change up a couple of things for the description over here. Now as you can see, this the way the description is looking pretty good, and now we won't be able to add a pretty description like this because we don't have any field, we don't have any rich text uploading field. That's what we're going to be doing in the next video. But for now, let's go ahead and change up this to default description that we've got. So this is the description. I'm just gonna collapse this div over here, and I'm gonna delete div, and I'm gonna create a new div. Okay, so in this div, I'm just gonna say p. Actually, does the other one have any p? Yeah, it does. So I'm gonna say p, and I'm just gonna break this apart, and I'm gonna say p.description. Okay, so now if we refresh this, we should see the fresh pear guy. This is a really cool fresh pear, and we also have it here. But one thing that I'd like you guys to keep in mind is this. Now, how about I come over here and I want to go a little bit bonkers, and I'm just gonna copy this over here and paste it a couple of times. I'm gonna copy it again and blah 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 blah. Okay, that's a lot. Now I'm gonna save this. So you guys are gonna notice something really weird now. If we refresh this, what do you notice? We got this ugly description over here, and that's not what we want. We just want to show like the first 10 words and truncate the other ones. Okay, so how do we do that? We could do that using the truncate keyword. Okay, so over here I'm just gonna say pipe. Let me get rid of this so you guys see everything. Pipe truncate chars. I'm gonna say column. Let's just say we want to get the first 30 words, and if you refresh this now, let's see. Okay, there is a problem. It says, okay, that's supposed to be truncate chars and not char. So now it should work. So what do you notice? We got the first 30, but that's pretty short. Okay, let's say I want to get the first 100 alphabets. Okay, this looks pretty good, right? This looks pretty cool. I'm just gonna say the first 150. As you can see, I'm being indecisive over here. So this looks great, but this is the place where we're gonna show up all the description. We don't give a damn how long the description is. We're just gonna show it up over there. So that's pretty much what you want. Now for the additional information, this is where the specifications are gonna go in. But I think for now I'm not going to put anything over there because I want to show you guys how to, you know, put this in your rich text uploading field so users can be able to put in their folded, their door pass through, their frame, their blah 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 blah. We don't give it them whatever they want to put. It's totally up to them. So that's what we're going to be doing, and later we're going to even work with related products, so you know, to show products that are related. And I think that's going to be it. So let's go ahead and work with the vendor. So we want to change up a couple of things for the vendor. Then we're going to be done. I'm just going to look for delivery. That's it over there. Delivery. And this might be your address. Okay. So this is going to be your address. But for now, I don't think any user have got any address. Actually, there is an address. I'm just going to get over here and I'm going to open up the address. This is it over here. I'm going to add a new address. So this address is going to be for Destiny. And let's just say 123 Main Street, Miami. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and save this address. So this address is for Destiny, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna come over here, and for the address I'm gonna change it to Destiny's address. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna open up a p tag. So over here now, if we refresh, we won't see any address. If I say I'm just gonna go ahead and call the address, but nothing is gonna show up. But I just want to show you guys. I'm just gonna say address. Now nothing is gonna show up, as you can see. That's because we haven't written any query to get this. So I'm gonna open up my context processor. That's where I want to write it, because we're gonna be able to access it in all our templates. And I'm simply gonna say address, because that's what I called it in the template, should be equal to address.object.get user should be equal to request.user. So what does this mean? We want to get the address of whoever that's logged in. Okay, now when we've done this, we just need to pass in the address into this return statement over here. Now if we come over here and refresh, let's see, what do you notice? We got one address object, but we need to even be more specific and just type out the address.address over there. So I'm going to say address.address. So why is it address.address? That's because in the model, I'm going to look for the address real quick. I'm going to look for address, and this should be it. So as you can see, we've got the title over here, address. So if this was title, so you're going to say address.title, but since it's address, that's why we're sticking with address.address. So if you refresh this now, what do you notice? We've got 123 Main Street, Miami. Okay, that looks great, but I don't like the way the icon is looking. I'm just going to go ahead and change up a couple of things. I'm going to go back. So this is how it was looking, right? And this looks pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to paste my address thing over there. And for this one, I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm just going to call the address.status. So I'm going to say address.status. Okay, as you can see, it says true, but that's not what I want. I want to see if it's verified or not. So for that, what we could do is quite easy. We're just going to write a simple conditional statement. I'm going to say if address dot status is equal to true, then instead of just showing true over there, what I want to show is verified. So I'm going to show verified address, and yeah, that should be it. You could even go ahead and get more creative and add like a check icon over there. I'm going to say fa-check-circle. Now, okay, there's going to be a problem because we haven't finished writing. Else what we want to do, then it should be an unverified address, which means we don't yet know where the customer is staying, so we can be able to ship things for them. I'm going to pass in an end if instead of end for, and this should be unverified address, and this should be fa check. Now this should be like something like, you know, an X mark or something like that, but let's see if this is working. Okay, that's it, verified address, it's working. But right now I don't think this is the right icon name for it. I'm just gonna get rid of the icon, or I could just comment it out. If you guys could get any cool icon, just add it over there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab this and I'm gonna put it in a span, and that's just because I want to give this a class of text-success. And let's refresh and see if that's actually took any change. Okay, that's working. Now, how about an address is unverified? I also want to do the same thing. So I'm just going to copy this span over here, and I'm going to put it down there, and I'm going to copy the unverified address, and I'm just going to put it in here. And this one should be text-danger, right? So we shouldn't see anything now because the address is actually verified. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over here and unverify the address. So now if we refresh, we should see, give this some time. Okay, as you can see, unverified address. So in the future videos, we're going to be using this change over here to change address, and that's really going to be cool. So that's pretty much what you want to do. Now we could go ahead and pass in all this return and warranty blah 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 thing. It's totally up to you. As you can see, we've got that in our vendor. I'm going to open up model, and I'm going to look for the vendor. So I'm just going to look for vendor. This is it over here. As you can see, we've got this chat response time, shipping on time, blah blah. I'm just going to put this side by side with the products detail template. So we're going to change up all that real quick, okay? And I want to close up all this and even make it smaller so I have some space to work with. So let's say the first one is return on warranty 100% authentic. So that's authentic rating, and I'm just gonna copy this. Let's see what we've got over there. 100 authentic rating is I think that should be actually what we okay. I'm just gonna say p.vendor.authentic. That should be 100% authentic right now. Okay, that's it. It's showing up really cool. But if I go ahead and mess up something over there, then you guys are gonna see that nothing is gonna show up. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna copy this also. I'm just gonna copy this one, and for the days return, 100 days return. So I'm just gonna put this over here, and instead of that, I also want to put this for the month's warranty. So I don't have to copy it again. I'm just gonna put this for the month's warranty. And this one is days return. I'm gonna copy the days return, and I'm gonna paste that. I'm gonna paste it down here, and I'm also gonna copy the warranty period. Copy this one, and we're gonna paste it down there. And let's refresh. Okay, that's it. Everything is looking great. Now let's change up the vendor. We gotta put some things for the vendor over there, and we're gonna start with the name of the vendor. So what is the name of the vendor? I'm gonna put this. Oh, that's not what I want. I want p.vendor.title. Now we should see the name of the vendor that we've got. That's the name of the vendor, Nestlify, and we need to put in the vendor's image or their logo, whatever they are using. p.vendor.image the URL. I'm gonna refresh this one, and let's see what we've got. That's what we've got over there. Pretty cool. Now for the address and the contact seller, that's just all we need, and we are done. So for the address, take note, I told you guys that we're gonna be working with the with the rating later in this video. So I'm gonna say p.vendor.address, and I also need the same thing because I'm feeling kind of lazy to type out all this, and I'm simply gonna put it for the contact, and we should be done. So I'm gonna say contact. Okay, that's it. As you can see, everything is looking pretty cool. Rating 92, shipping on time, chat response. Okay, we should go ahead and add all those two. We haven't added the shipping on time, and I'm gonna get to the top. This one should be a shipping on time, right? Actually, that one should be rating, but for now we don't have any rating, so we're gonna okay. I think I just got rid of something. That's it. So over here, we're still gonna stick with the 93% that we've got over there. What we're just gonna change is the shipping on time and the chat response. So I'm gonna say p.vendor.shipping on time, and also what else do I need? I'm gonna get back. Where am I? Okay, I'm here. So I'm gonna copy this again, and I'm just gonna put it in the chat. In the chat response, and this one is going to be chat RSP. So we should look for our dev vendor. That should be the model over there. Now I'm just going to copy the chat RESP, and we're going to paste it over here. And I think we are done. Later we're going to be working with a vendor registration. So if someone want to become a vendor on our site, how we're going to give them the opportunity to become a vendor and register. So I think that's going to be it for this video. And actually, I think we also need to change it over here. I just saw that now. I'm just gonna search for noodles. Cool. I think that should be it. Now, as usual, I'm gonna change out the p.vendor.title, and we want to confirm that that's what we are changing before we go ahead and continue. So that's it, Nestlify. Now let's keep going. So I need to change up this one over here. I need to p.vendor.image the URL. And what else have they got? That's rating. We don't have any rating yet. So this is for the address. I'm gonna override the address. I'm gonna say p.vendor.address, and I wanna copy that one. And over here, I'm just gonna pass in the address thing. But this time around, I'm gonna change this address to contact because that's what we're gonna be using. And I think that should be it. This is the rating, shipping on time, and charging response. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass in all that real quick. This one is shipping on time. This one is chat response time. This one is the about us, right, or description. So what I could do is just paste that, and I'm gonna say dot description, and I think that should be it. Let's refresh this and see what we've got. So come over to the refresh, come over here, open this up. Now that's what we've got. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'd want you guys to go ahead and change up the categories. I'd want you guys to go ahead and work with this. So when you click on the name of a vendor, it takes them to their page where we can see all the products that a vendor have got. But in the meantime, I think that's going to be it. Don't make sure to drop a like on this video. Consider subscribing, as it really means the world to me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and learned something new. And in the next video, we're going to go ahead and start working with either the rich text uploading field or the tags or the related products that we've got down here. Anyone that's you guys would want us to work with. Don't make sure to drop a like, consider subscribing, as it really means the world to me. And on to the next video. I'd love. Peace out.